Hello guys, good afternoon. How's your day going? Can you hear
Hola,
me?
buenas tardes. Muy bien, ¿y de usted? Muy bien. Ya viernes.
I didn't hear you, but it was because I was with no like 10 in the volume. But now I hear you. Okay. Well, guys, yesterday I told you that we were gonna have grammar today. We were gonna start with another topic. So I'm going to start with the class because I think that it's gonna be only one session. You know that sometimes we enter twice. And this is because I have been busy and I'm gonna be busy later on too. I'm gonna be out of the city. But first we're gonna have the class. So I hope that one class will be enough. If not, nothing will happen. We can stay. I can stay. Okay,
Miss,
yes.
Sofía tuvo que ir al hospital, le van a hacer una radiografía y también a Javier.
Okay. Okay, so well, let's start with the class, and it says in here, grammar, present perfect, and past simple. So this is a topic that we have seen before. If I'm not wrong, yesterday I was telling you, we were identifying the sentences that were in present perfect and the ones that were in simple past in the text or in the radio program we were writing and listening, and reading. So it says in here, read the sentences and underline examples of the present perfect and past simple. This is what we did yesterday, but I want you to tell me, guys. I'm going to underline again the verbs the tense in present perfect. Tell me the number that has a present perfect tense, please.
Number 5.
Number 5, have one. Very good. Another one?
Number 1.
Number 1 has always used. Okay, another one?
Number 7, phone.
This is not present perfect. Try again.
Sería el 2, began making. Began.
Nope. Look at the structure. Have or has plus past participle. Number 4 is also in present perfect. We've learned the apostrophe S, this means have, is the contracted form of have. Then we have another one, which is have been based. And well, the rest of them, I think, are in simple past. I'm gonna change the color. Tell me the verbs that are in simple past, guys, please. What of these verbs are in simple past?
Phone.
Where?
Phone
What?
the 7.
Phoned. Phoned. Very good. Another one?
6. 6 met.
1.
Very good.
6.
Another?
8.
Where?
1.
Number 1? No.
8.
8. Wanted. Very good. Another one? Read number 2 and tell me.
Began.
Began. Began is past tense. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna read the sentences again. because I want to. So it says, Hollywood has always used true stories in its films. Hollywood began making movies in the 1920s. What is the difference, guys? Before we go to the grammar part, because these are tenses that we have already worked with. So what could be the difference between using past tense, simple past tense, and using present perfect? If present perfect is also to talk about things related to the past.
Like something in the past, but it's still going on. Like they're still
Okay.
doing it.
The simple past or present perfect?
Present perfect.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's go and it says in here, complete the rules with present perfect or past simple. So let's go to the number 1. It says use the to talk about experiences or things that happen before now. The timing is not specified or important. So what do you think it is here? Present simple or present perfect?
Past simple.
Past simple. Why, Mariana? Okay, think about this. It says experiences or things that happen before now. So this is now, before now. What do you think? It's not it's not past simple. Let me just click on here and maybe it will be better if we just discuss the rules instead of try to guess. Oh yeah, it's present perfect here for the number 1. We're gonna use the present perfect to talk about experiences, not simple past, okay? Use this present perfect to talk about recent events or an action that started in the past and continues now. And with continuous now doesn't mean that it's still in progress in the present, not necessarily, but it means that it kind of have an effect, como que tiene efecto todavía. For example, if I say, oh, I have seen that movie many times. Let's say that we're watching a movie and then I tell you, you know what, I have seen that movie 3 times or many times. What does this mean? That in the past, I watched the movie and in the present, I'm watching it. So it means that it still have effect because it's in my present, yes? Then number 3 says, use the past simple to talk about a specific event in the past. We know when the event happened. Because when we talk about the past tense, we're being specific about when that action took time. For example, if I tell you, oh, yesterday I went to the supermarket. So I'm being specific in the action and I'm telling you when the action happened. So you have that reference, you know when it happened and you know what happened. And with the present perfect, I mean, it's not necessary to give explanations about when you did it. For example, if I tell you, I have seen that movie many times, I'm not telling you when I watched it. I'm just telling you that I have the experience of watching that movie before now. I'm doing it now, but before now, I have the experience of it. Number 4, use the past simple to talk about an action that started and finished at a specific time in the past. So when we use the past simple, it's also 2 actions that are concluded, that are finished, and that's it. For example, I went to school yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep going to school, for example, right? I know that it continues. But if I'm talking about that specific action of yesterday, yes? If I'm talking too fast, or if you,
Yes.
okay, or if you're not getting it, please tell me, okay? Okay, let's go to the grammar explanation of this. And here we have the present perfect and past simple. So here we have present perfect, the structure. What is the structure of the present perfect? It is the subject plus have or has. If it is he, she, or it, I'm going to use has. If it is I, you, we, and they, I'm going to use have. I have, she has. You have, he has. We have, it has. plus the past participle, which is the past participle form of each one of the verbs. If it is a regular verb, it's gonna be the same, live, lived, word, but seen, for example, is an irregular verb. So that irregular verb is going to be see, saw, seen. So the third form, the past participle, is the one that is going to help me with the present perfect. So the affirmative sentences using the present perfect are, I've been to Poland a few times. This apostrophe VE, wait. Apostrophe VEE, this is the abbreviation of have. And remember that have is used with I, you, we, and they. And the abbreviation of has is apostrophe S, just as in it's, for example. So how can I identify if it is a simple present or does a verb to be? Well, because if it has a past participle verb next to it, it's present perfect. So I've been to Poland a few times. He hasn't worked here before. Have you bought a new car? So this is to talk about experiences that we have or that we haven't had. In the case of the second one, he hasn't worked here before. It's the first time he's gonna be there. Okay, for the regular past participle, we'll have a list, and basically what you have to do with the past participle verbs is just memorize them and practice them. A lot of practice. Now, when do we use the present perfect? Time up to now. Sorry. Bernardo, can you help me to read this, please? Time up to now.
Saying up to now. Use the present perfect for actions that have happened in your life before now. These are often general experience. It isn't important exactly when these things happen. Conversations that begin like this in the present perfect usually continue in the simple past, and the speaker adds details.
For example,
I've been to Colombia. Really? Where did you go? And he's played in no sé cómo se pronuncia, bands.
in the band.
In the bands. What were they called?
Very good. Okay, so it says in here that conversations that begin with the present perfect usually continue with the simple past. Why? Because we use the present perfect to talk about experiences we've had. And then the simple past will help me to ask about things that we did when we had that experience. Okay, so remember, whenever you're gonna talk about an experience, present perfect is a tense that will be most helpful to use. We often use the adverbs ever and ever with the present perfect. It's very common to use never, ever, or always. We've never been to China. Have you ever been to the opera? Recent events. Okay, use the present perfect to talk about events which happened a short time ago. We often use the adverbs just, yet, and already. For example, I just finished his book. It was brilliant. We've already eaten. Have you done your homework yet? We've seen a lot of Jude recently. Okay, so here, just is used for the actions that literally were ended like a little time ago. Already, we use it for actions that were finished or concluded before we were expected. And yet is used for activities or actions that we haven't done, but we are planning to do. And recently, well, it's similar to just, but let's say that just is something that literally just happened, and recently is something that happened a short time ago. If I'm not wrong, when we first started this course, we actually worked with this, did we? Are you with me or am I alone here?
Es que se corta mucho.
Okay. Let me change. Let me see what to do here. But could you understand what I was saying? Because I was talking a lot and I don't know if you listened to me.
I didn't listen to the last part only.
Okay, I was asking you if you do remember that if I'm not wrong, I think that this topic of the jobs already jetted recently, we saw it when we first started the course. Did we? Do you remember? No? Okay, well, that is when we're gonna use the present perfect. Remember, in few words, present perfect used to talk about our experiences, to talk about recent events, and to talk about things, activities, experiences, or whatever that started in the past and still have kind of effect in the present. Now, when am I gonna use the past simple or when am I gonna use the present perfect? Use the past simple to talk about a specific event that happened at a specific time. I've been to Sweden. At some time in my life up to now, we don't know when. We went to Stockholm in 2002. This is very specific. Note, we've been to Stockholm in 2002. No, we cannot use a specific time, like years, months, and that, when we're using the present perfect. This is a specific occasion and date, so we use the simple past. And as I told you, this is nothing new, it was just a review. So let's practice, guys. Here we have 2 exercises, and it says, check the correct sentence, A or B. I'm gonna do the first one with you, and then you're gonna do the second one, okay? So, one, I'm gonna be asking you individually, I will randomly, for you to help me to read it, and then we're gonna decide. So, Carlos, read number 1, please, A and B.
Number 1, I have been to India last year. I went to India last year.
What is correct for you, Carlos, A or B?
B.
Okay. Number 2, Mariana, read it, please, A and B.
I finished my studies in 25.
2005?
2005. I finished my studies in 2005.
What is correct, A or B?
A.
Okay. Bernardo, number 3, please.
Did you have lunch yet? Have you had lunch yet?
A or B?
B.
Okay. Number 4, Jaciel, please.
Did you ever see Metallica play live? And have you ever seen Metallica play live?
A or B?
B.
Okay. Number 5, Leslie.
Is this the first time you've tried judo? Is this the first time you tried judo?
A or B?
A.
Okay. And number 6. Oh my God, I didn't know that I only had 5.
We're just 5.
Yeah. Okay, I've heard it, you tell me. Number 6. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been to. Or B, it's the most beautiful place I ever went to. A or B, guys?
A.
A.
And let me just confirm your answers. Sorry. And you did great. Very good. Yes. Okay, let's go then to the other one here. And it says, use the prompts to make short conversations. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You don't have to write this. No tienen que copiar el primer ejercicio, just the one of the letter B, okay? Do the one of letter B, and I'll be back at you to check your answers, okay? I'll give you 5 minutes. So copy it as evidence, and then we're gonna share. Did you finish? Did you finish, guys?
No.
Almost.
Okay, you let me know. finished, guys?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't tell me. Okay, let's go to the first one. Leslie, help me with the first one, please.
Have you ever been here before?
Hmm? And the answer?
No, I haven't.
Very good. Great. Okay, Mariana, number 2.
You have seen the I you have seen the film The Reader.
Okay, there is a little mistake with your sentence. You misplaced 2 words. So, have you?
Have you?
Have you? Very good. And the answer?
Not yet or not?
Could be not yet. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Or, no, I haven't. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But it's good to use not yet. Number 3. Carlos?
Have you been to Budapest?
But the subject is not you. The subject is he. So?
Oh, have
Has.
he been to Budapest?
Has he been to Budapest? And the answer?
Yes, he went last summer.
Very good. Excelente. Recuerden que cuando tenemos datos específicos usamos el simple past. Okay, number 4. Bernardo, please.
Have you finished that book?
But the word is yet, so I mean you also have to add yet. Have you finished that book yet? And the answer?
Yes. Yes, I have. I have the next one.
The next one, already.
Already.
Recuerden que el already se puede colocar tanto al final como después del have. I have already started, or yes, I have started already. Okay, number 5 is Jaciel.
Yo le puse have you seen Maria?
Very good. And the answer?
And yes, she left a message for you.
Okay, very good. Muy bien. I think that you don't have any trouble with this. You're doing great. Okay, let's do the next one together. ¿Cómo queda? ¿Quién me quiere ayudar?
Sería, has he decided what job?
¿Cómo, perdón?
Has he
Has he?
decided
Ajá,
what
decided.
job he wants to do yet?
Very good. And the answer?
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. Very good. Muy bien. Excellent, guys. We're almost done. I'm going to erase and I'm going to go back to the book. So we can start, well, we can continue. And here we have this, and it says, read the text and what changed Chris Gardner's life. Vamos a usar ya sea simple past or present perfect, okay? And it says, Chris Gardner is a successful businessman and a millionaire. But things, what happened with the things?
But things have
The things. Does anybody know? It says not be, but what am I going to use?
are not.
But we have to use present perfect or past simple.
It
Not always.
isn't. But things aren't. Isn't always perfect.
Present perfect or past simple.
Weren't. We're not.
Lo acabamos de ver, niños, y les fue súper bien el ejercicio. Recuerden, present perfect is however, has plus past participle, and past tense is just the verb in past tense.
Dije hasn't hace ratito, pero me dijo que no.
¿Cómo, perdón?
Hasn't.
Ah, pero es plural, but things haven't, porque es plural. Haven't always what?
Been easy.
Been, ajá. Haven't always been easy.
También eso quiere que la apunte.
No, this is just practice for us. Okay. Luego dice his father until he was 28 years old. So what am I gonna write here?
This is hasn't.
He didn't meet.
Didn't meet. Ajá, no conoció a su papá. Recuerden que el present perfect me sirve para experiencias y el past tense para cosas que pasaron en específico. Entonces aquí dice, aquí tengo la información específica que a los 22 años lo conoció. Entonces, I use past tense. This experience made him sure about one thing. He was determined to be a good father to his own children. As a young man, garnered hard time. So,
Experienced.
but present perfect or past simple?
Sería
Simple.
past simple.
Experience. Okay, garnered experience hard times. His wife
Left him.
left him. What else happened?
He lost his job.
He lost his job. Very good. He lost his job, and at one